Then he goes on to say, which will let Iran peacefully grow and prosper. Folks, yesterday, Donald Trump, 2 days before he wrote that, was in the Oval Office literally talking, puts this in caps, are greatly exaggerated. I would much prefer a verified nuclear peace agreement. I mean, like the one that previously existed that you pulled America out of, about blowing Iran up into smithereens. So is this kind of Donald Trump's talk when he says, we're going to annex Canada? Oh, we made a great deal. Hey, Canada.
Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. We're experiencing some turbulence due to an orange-tinted storm named Trump. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a bumpy ride through his latest political nosedive.
Yet again, there was another incident involving airplanes, 3 in 3 weeks. A Delta Airlines and Japan Airlines plane collided. Another incompetent and unhinged day by Donald Trump. His communications director was reposting things like this: the full spectrum of dominance. Could we perhaps just get bare minimum competence on the ground in Seattle while they were taxing? Fortunately, nobody was injured, but we're seeing what happens when you destroy basic government functions. But
from pushing designer glasses to pushing buttons on the global stage, we're about to show you why Americans are reaching for the emergency exit on Trump Airlines 2024. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Well, folks. It looks like our favorite orange-tinted reality TV star turned politician is at it again. But this time, instead of promising to build walls or drain swamps, Trump's hawking bulletproof glasses. Yep, you heard that right. The man who once claimed he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose voters is now trying to sell us protection from bullets? Talk about a plot twist. But here's the kicker. While Trump's busy playing QVC host, his supporters are starting to wonder if they need glasses themselves.
he put 10,000 Mexican troops at the border, and President Sheinbaum's like, okay, considering there are 15,000 troops at the border. So Donald Trump wanted 5,000 less troops because he's so incompetent. And will you do the same deal you did for Biden? And can I pretend that's a deal? And maybe can you give me a fentanyl czar so it sounds all official? Or when Donald Trump goes to President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico and goes, you know, it would be great. He's so unhinged, he doesn't pay attention to details. Anyway, this is what Donald Trump said about Iran 2 days ago. Play this clip.
A leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration.
They're rubbing their eyes, thinking, is this really happening? One former fan said, it's baffling to see him hawking eyewear instead of addressing real issues that matter to us. Ouch, that's gotta sting more than getting spray tan in your eyes. And it's not just the average Joe and Jane who are scratching their heads. Even the bigwigs in the Republican Party are getting a bit nervous. One GOP official spilled the beans, saying, we need a leader who addresses the issues, not one who sells products. Sounds like someone's worried that MAGA might turn into MEGA, make eyewear great again. But wait, there's more. See what I did there? Trump's recent product plugs aren't just raising eyebrows. They're actually costing him supporters. Turns out, people aren't too keen on a presidential candidate.
Raise a toast to President Trump. I guess that's how he's lending his name, image, and likeness to these days. Also, Donald Trump's posting this. It's a strange post. I want Iran to be great and successful. Don't worry, folks, because Donald Trump is out selling things on his social media platform like Bulletproof Trump glasses country, but one that cannot have a nuclear weapon. Reports that the United States, working in conjunction with Israel, is going to blow Iran into smithereens.
Who sounds more like a late-night infomercial than a serious contender for the White House. Who would have thunk it? The numbers don't lie, folks. Recent polls show that Trump's approval ratings are dropping faster than a lead balloon. he's losing ground with suburban voters and independents. You know, the people who can actually swing an election. It's almost like selling bulletproof glasses doesn't make you look like a visionary leader. Shocking, I know. But hey, maybe we're being too hard on old Donny Diapers. Maybe he's just trying to help us see things more clearly. Or maybe he's preparing us for the firestorm of criticism he'll face if he runs in 2024. Either way, it seems like his 2020 vision for America is getting a bit blurry. All right, folks, buckle up because Trump's foreign policy is giving us all whiplash. One minute he's talking about obliterating Iran, the next he's saying he wants them to be great and successful. It's like watching a toddler play with the nuclear football. Cute, but terrifying. Our orange friend seems to have a new strategy for international relations. Flip a coin and hope for the best. Heads, we're besties with Iran. Tails, we nuke 'em. It's enough to make poor Angela Merkel's head spin. Can you imagine her frantically refreshing Twitter, trying to figure out if Germany's still on America's Christmas card list? But it's not just Merkel who's confused. Trump's foreign policy flip-flops have world leaders more puzzled than a cat trying to understand quantum physics. One day, he's all "Make America Great Again," and the next, it's "Make America's allies wonder what the heck is going on again." And let's not forget about the Middle East. Trump's aggressive rhetoric has turned that region into a bigger powder keg than it already was. His comments about leveling Gaza have our allies there feeling like they're stuck in a bad reality TV show. The Apprentice, Nuclear Edition. Anyone, but wait, there's more. Trump's international antics aren't just annoying our allies, they're turning America into the global equivalent of that weird uncle nobody wants to sit next to at Thanksgiving. Canadian officials are now openly criticizing the US, with one MP saying, "We feel bad for you, but you've turned your back on us, America. You're not an ally anymore." Ouch. That's gotta hurt more than those bone spurs, Donny. And if you think this is bad, just wait for the sequel. Experts are warning that Trump 2.0 could be even more dangerous. Without those pesky guardrails, aka adults in the room, to keep him in check, we might end up with an administration full of blindly ambitious or unqualified radicals and grifters who pass a test of personal loyalty to Trump. Because that's exactly what we need running the country. A bunch of yes men who couldn't find their own behinds with both hands and a map. But the real kicker? Trump's hinting at ditching NATO allies who don't pay their fair share. It's like he's running a protection racket instead of leading the free world. Nice little country you got there. Be a shame if something happened to it because you didn't pay up. Well, folks, it looks like our orange friend's political magic trick is more of a disappearing act these days. Despite facing more legal troubles than a cat burglar at a police convention, Trump's still got a chunk of the Republican Party eating out of his tiny hands. But here's the kicker. Some eggheads are saying he might actually win the popular vote in 2024. Can you believe it? Apparently, Trump snagged over 74 million votes in 2020, and some think he might beat that number next time around. It's like he's collecting votes like they're Pokemon cards. But let's not forget, just because you catch 'em all doesn't mean you win the game. So, will Trump's next bestseller be The Art of the Comeback or How to Lose Friends and Alienate Voters? Only time will tell. But remember, folks, your vote is like a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Use it wisely, or we might end up with an Oompa Loompa running the country again.